Two of the glamour clubs in English football, but real substance at the core of both Manchester City and Arsenal. They meet here in the city of Manchester, and we're just about ready to go with live coverage on EA TV. And a warm welcome. Our venue today is the Etihad Stadium here in Manchester. I'm Derek Ray, and keeping me company in the commentary box today is, of course, Stuart Robson. I'm very much looking forward to...
Hello, welcome back to Armchair Armory. And to be honest, I was this close from not doing a preview for this game. Because, I'll be honest, I'm incredibly pessimistic about how this game's going to go. After the three kind of poor defeats in the last three games, culminating in the 3-3 draw with Southampton, who are bottom of the league. Yes, fair enough, there was some fight there, which I like to see. But, you know, City have hit form at the right time there. I think they've won 5 games in a row in the league. I think 9 if you include the 2 legs in the Champions League and the FA Cup quarter-final, or the FA Cup semi-final, sorry. They seem to be unstoppable at the moment, and we haven't won there since 2015, where we won, I think it was 2-1 or 2-0. So at this moment in time, I cannot see how we're going to win this game, because in all likelihoods, we are going to have to go there and win. I mean, a draw, I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world necessarily, but when, you know, you look at City's final fixtures, final 7-8 fixtures, and you look at ours, you think, well, City are less likely to drop points on the way to win it, on the way to the last day of the season. You know, we've still got to play Chelsea at home, we've still got to play Newcastle away. And you saw what they did to Spurs on Sunday. We've still got to play Brighton at home, and Brighton gave Man United a great game in the FA Cup semi-final. And if it wasn't for them not having their shooting boots on and not executing in the final third, they probably would have beaten Man United. They had far more chances than Man United. And you know, at the end of the day, penalty shootouts are a lottery, and fortunately for United, they got through. But yeah, so it's not going to be easy, put it that way. And you've got like Nottingham Forest in that as well, and the last couple of times we've been to the City ground, we've lost, and that was in the FA Cup. You know, Wenger's last FA Cup run, we lost 4-2 to them, and then I think it was like Arteta's second full season, I think it was. Yeah, we lost 1-0 to them. That was when we wore that white kit. It's where I said it felt like the blood had been stuck, or the colour had been sucked out of Arsenal, or the pizzazz, so to speak. So yeah, and they'll be fighting for their lives. So it's not easy, put it that way. I am worried because if we continue to play the way that we've been playing, and the way that especially the way we've been defending the past few games, we're going to get battered. Can you imagine if, like, you know, people like Bernardo Silva and Haaland and people like that will, you know, pounce on the mistakes we've been making? We'll be in trouble. It'll be another like 5-0 again. So yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of division around this right now. A lot of people think that the title is done because of the draw against Southampton. A lot of people think it's still in our hands. I'm in the camp of where I think it's done. I don't see how we get a result against City, particularly a win. I don't see how we get it. Because, you know, we were playing well going into the Emirates game, and we still lost that. So we were playing. Oh no, that's not true actually. We came off of probably the poorest performance of the season against Everton. We lost 1-0, and then the 1-1 draw with Brentford, which I didn't watch, but apparently we played all right in that. We were kind of robbed because of the VAR decision, but yeah. But up until that point, we've been playing well, and we went into the game more favourites than City at the time, and City still beat us. So, what are they going to do when they are favourites? I mean, there is a small part of me that thinks, you know, we would have played them 3 times this season, and normally the football averages, normally the other team wins once. And I mean, if we lose to them 3 times this season, we don't deserve to win the league. Well, it's probably a bit harsh, but yeah, it's not good for people that are vying to be champions to lose 3 times to the previous winners. So yeah, that's the only thing I hold hope on, is that, you know, when every time we played a team more than twice in the season, normally at one point the other team wins. I.e., like, I don't know. There was a time where we played Middlesbrough like 3 times in a season, and then eventually Middlesbrough won. I think it was in like the FA Cup or something, or the League Cup. This was years ago. This was when I was in school. I think it was like 02, 03 or something like that. But yeah, it's you can probably tell I'm quite dejected by the whole thing. I still haven't really gotten over the result. Although, again, the positives is that there was some fight there, and we fought back to 3-3, and we could have won it in the end. But I just don't hold hope. When you've got a juggernaut, when you've got an absolute monster like Manchester City chasing you down, like, and you've got to play them next, and you have to beat them at their ground to kind of stand any chance of keeping it in your hands, it doesn't fill me with hope, put it that way. It is what it is. I can't take anything away from the team this season, because it's been beyond my wildest dreams that we'd ever be competing for a title again so soon. And thanks to this team and Mikel Arteta, I've fallen in love with the club again, because before there was a lot of times where I was going through the motions. And like I've said before, like, if we do quote unquote bottle the league, this isn't an Arteta thing, this is an Arsenal thing. We've been doing it for years. For years, in the heydays of Wenger, like I remember 02-03, which I just mentioned. I think we were on top of the league for a very, very long time. I can't remember exactly, but I know we were smashing it. I think it was up until April where we were top of the league, and then we slipped up against Bolton Wanderers at the Reebok Stadium, as it was called then. I don't know what it's called now. And Martin Keown scored an own goal. And we were 2-0 up, and we gave away 2 goals. Martin Keown scored an own goal in like the 85th minute or something. Went to 2-2. I think United went on to win that day. And then we had a home fixture against Leeds United, who were in the bottom 3, I think. I think they were like just above the relegation zone, and they needed to win that to stay in. I think to basically almost get all but guarantee their safety. I can't remember whether they went down or not. But I watched that game. I watched that game at my cousin's house, and because like that family, well, it's like my half cousin because it's on my stepmother's side of the family, and they were the only ones in the family that kind of had Sky. Like, we didn't have Sky when we were younger, and I remember going over there, and I think we were like 2-0 down. It was very, very similar to Southampton in a way. Like, we were 2-0 down within like 20 minutes or something. No, not 20 minutes. I think it was like by half time we were 2-0 down, and we came back to 2-2. And then I remember Mark Viduka in the last minute scored the third for Leeds, and we lost 3-2 at Highbury, and that kind of ended our title hopes. I think United played on the Sunday. I forget who they played, but they won. I think they won 2-1. And I remember, and that was when ITV, which is one of the terrestrial channels in the UK, used to have the Premier League highlights. Then, when kind of there was a hiatus, when Match of the Day lost the rights for highlights for whatever reason, and I just remember Sir Alex Ferguson's smug face after they were confirmed as champions. It was crazy. And then obviously, and I keep bringing it up, the 15-16 season where we were leading the title. We were top at Christmas, leading up until like March, April. I think it was March we led up to, and then the famous where Marcus Rashford, who's, you know, banging left, right, and centre this season. burst on the scene and scored a brace. And a lot of people, I hear a lot of people on AFTV that called that the worst Man United team that Sir Alex Ferguson has ever. Not Sir Alex Ferguson. That would have been I think that would have been Van Gaal at the time. That Man United had ever fielded, because they had a lot of like second like youth players in the team. Rashford being one of them. Beat us 3-2, and that put it into doubt. And then we had to beat Swansea at the Emirates, and we lost 2-1. And that was the end of our title hope. So it's not the first time that we've bottled the league before. It's not the first time. I think Troop said it in his fan cam, although I think he was a bit reactionary with what he said. When he said, "I've seen Henry bottle titles, blood," when he said that, that's where I was like, yeah, like I know what he means, because I've seen like legends of this club bottle leagues before. You could even say 05-06. You could even 04-05. You could say that we fell away after a time. Around that, between probably 2004 and maybe 2014, like 2013-14, we always did that. We always started off really well, and then around January, February was where we started like dropping points, and then we started going further and further and down the table. And Wenger managed to keep us in the top four all the time until towards the end, where we started falling down the table. Thank God Arteta's managed to coach us back to at least challenging for a title. So yeah, so it's not like it's a new thing. It's not like it's Arteta's fault. And I will say this: those of you at the end of the season that will say I told you so, like that stupid fucking utopianist leftist Gary Neville and people like that were saying, "Oh, I was right all along." I can imagine there'll be people like Lee Gunner and people like that saying, "Yeah, this manager's useless," etc., etc. It's not the manager. For some reason, for a very long time, we've had this thing where we have wobbles. We're quite a wobbly team at times, especially when it comes over to last hurdle. You're almost in shock when we actually like do it sometimes, or we have been since the Invincible season. Anyway, I think it was more. It was a shock when we bottled the league in 02-03, but when we regained it in 03-04 with the Invincible season, ever since then it's kind of been like, when we get into these moments, even with, as I said, club legends, we don't capitalize. We fall away. So I wouldn't be surprised if this happens again. This is partly why I've been saying pretty much throughout the entire season that I don't want to say that we're going to win the league. I always thought we were going to give it a good go of how well we were playing, but with City behind us and the kind of Arsenal wobble that always seems to happen, I just wasn't confident overall. You could say I'm one of those fans that's saying, "Oh, I told you so," but I'm not going to do that, because I can't take away from how well we've done this season, regardless of if we win or if we win the league. That's obviously amazing, but if we don't, it's still been a good season despite going out of the cups and stuff. So yeah, prediction. I think it's going to be 3-1 City. I think it's going to basically be the same score as the reverse fixture at the Emirates. Unfortunately, I can't see us winning this game. I can't see us drawing. It doesn't look like Saliba's going to be back. It looks like he's going to be out. It sounds like he's going to be out for the rest of the season now, so we're going to have Holding in there. No disrespect to Rob Holding, but I know that like him locking down or covering Haaland is not going to be as safe as when Saliba was covering Haaland. Will Granit Xhaka be back? He obviously didn't play against Southampton because of illness. Hopefully he is back, but if he is back, will he be at full fitness? Who knows? They really need to step up and put in a performance. And if I'm wrong, great. I'd love to be wrong. But right now, I just can't see it. So unfortunately, guys, I'm going to say 3-1 City. The title is gone as far as I'm concerned. Unless we do a madness on Wednesday. And because I'm recording this on Monday. Unless we do a madness and beat them somehow. But yeah, at the moment I'm not optimistic at all. And the simulation that you're watching and that you hopefully carry on watching after this, will show that. Right, I'm going to leave it there. We'll see how it goes, but I aim to be back again after the game on Wednesday, giving my reaction. Probably even more despondent than I am now. So enjoy the rest of this simulation. Like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing. And I'll speak to you all again on Wednesday. Take care and stay safe.
Haaland. On to Grealish. It could be up for grabs. Well, no damage done.
Well, I still can't believe that didn't go in, Derek. What an incredible save.
Well, maybe a chance for them now to relieve the pressure by stringing a few passes together. Chance to finish! Well, far from the ideal pass. And into the last 20 minutes. Haaland. Given away by City. And they need to get tighter here. Gabriel Jesus prepared to fire. Well, full marks to him for that header, but the goalkeeper did his job.
Substitution for Arsenal. Coming off the
And with
pitch,
play stopped, they will make the change now.
Jesus coming onto the pitch.
And there's the delivery.
Katia.
Well, increasing the pressure. Another corner it is. It hasn't come to very much. Partey. Well, they've given him too much space. Oh, yes! A goal! Exactly what they were looking for, and he's come up with it.
Well, just look at this again. He moves the ball quickly, he gets beyond his marker and he keeps his composure. It's an excellent finish.
Goal for Arsenal. Number 19, Leandro Trossard. Substitution for Arsenal. Coming
Walker.
off the pitch. Number 8, Martin Odegaard. Coming on
Mahrez.
Number 20, Jorginho.
On to De Bruyne. Arsenal get the advantage from the referee. Well, the advantage didn't come to very much, hence the award of a free kick by the referee. Well, a judgment call for the referee. Many an official would have cautioned him. Really a very poor ball. And threading it forward. Well, a good place to win it back, and let's see what it leads to. And the upshot of that is offside.
Well, he needed to look elsewhere because the flag was always going to go up.
Trossard. Losing possession here. And the advantage is with City. Haaland. Really nice ball. Oh, the keeper made it look routine. It was anything but. Trossard. Well, 3 minutes of stoppage time added on here. Well, no luck in terms of finding the target. Mahrez. Phil Foden now. And the challenge halts them in their tracks. Nketiah. The final whistle, and the Gunners go down. They've lost this game. No points picked up. What did you think of it?
Well, Derek, that just wasn't good enough today. A lack of a game plan, too many players below par, and not enough energy all around the pitch. A really worrying performance for me.
Loves to attack from the wide areas. And there it is, 1-0. Their efforts have been rewarded. And look at the celebrations. On to Haaland. Wonderful chance. And the keeper showing tremendous command. Well, tremendous block. What a lovely strike! Lethal piece of finishing, drilled home with true conviction. Haaland. And he takes on the shot. In it goes! The lead just gets bigger. Surely they can't let this slip now. And he has options available. Another goal! The lead grows to 4 now. A rampant display. Haaland. Oh, there it is! It's one goal after another, and it speaks to the quality of their performance. Gabriel Jesus. Can he find the net? And a fine stop. A change in the offing for City. Martinelli. And here's Xhaka. Gabriel Jesus comes up with a goal. Partey. Oh yes, a goal! Exactly what they were looking for, and he's come up with it. Well, no luck in terms of finding the target.